So yes, I'm back again. So as I'm saying to you guys, the quitting the 9 to 5 job, there's no problem. There is really, or to take a risk, there is really no problem in doing that. You can do that, but find a solid plan to follow the Holy Spirit. A solid give. I would like to say, give up yourself and let the Holy Spirit take over wherever you're going, whatever you are planning to do. Be a baby in this walk. Be really a child in whatever decision you're about to take. Be guided by the Holy Spirit. Seek the face of God. Don't leave that position. If you were a person that would wake up at 12 or 3 o'clock or this morning hours to pray, do it now twice. If you were a person that before your 9 to 5, you would escape in your lunchtime, and that is things that I used to do. When I was working at still my 9 to 5 job, my lunch hours were not lunch hours where I go and sit and eat and stuff. No, I would be I would be on the word. I would be studying the word for that hour. I'll be eating, but then studying the word like during my lunch break. That is how I that was my pattern. And then when I would get home, I would just do what I have to do as a ma, as the wife. You would cook and stuff. I would go back to the word. I would go back in prayer. That is how I used to do it. But then when I now and I would wake up morning hours to pray, just to worship. I would wake up like, before I would go to church Sunday mornings, I would be spending 2-3 hours in worship only. And then on Sunday, I would be going to church. Things stopped. I became now so busy. I became a businesswoman. I tried this and that. Now I started to work on like kind of my own ability to make things happen. I forgot that I used to go into this closet that is, and it was, and it has been everything for me. I forgot to go back into the closet. I forgot to, study the word the way I used to study the word. And I'm telling you, when by stopping to go into that closet, I could see a different pattern was taking place, where I started to, see things are not materializing the way I would like them to materialize. I could see little by little, but I couldn't catch, what is it that I'm doing wrong. There was a time when we bought printing machines, and I know that idea to start a printing business came from God, because it also came from when I started to my morning prayers. And as I did that, and God just dropped in my spirit, open up a printing machine. At the time when I got the idea of opening up a printing machine, we have lost a lot of monies. And after my prayer, I spoke to Harvey and said, like, let's start a printing machine. And Harvey was on it and was like, okay, I know where to get this. And everything was kind of like already been prepared in him, because the minute when I spoke to him about the printing machine, there was no kind of talk where I had to persuade him. He just went with the flow and he was for it. And I later discovered that my husband is actually a person that is so into graphic design. He did graphic design in school. And I'm like, oh, okay. You'll be with a person you would not know some of the things. But then after that, I discovered that the guy was in graphic design. So yes, then we went into business and we followed the pattern. Then again, I started with the Holy Spirit when the Holy Spirit gave prompt into me that start a printing machine. I left him somewhere again. I didn't learn until the printing machine didn't work. And then I started to blame Satan, started to blame the devil for all the problems that we have experienced. But in all honesty, guys, if I look at it now, and to be honest, I've started everything with God. I did what I wanted. I was tired of working 9 to 5. And when my husband kind of gave the approval to say, it's okay, you can leave, it took me 10 years. It took actually him 10 years to say yes. And eventually, when he said yes, I'm like, God, he responded. So for me, in that response was God was saying yes too. Because I would speak to God and I'm like, God, I'm not going to do this if um, the both of us are not in it. And I'm not here to force him in him saying yes that I may leave. So I will wait. And I waited and I waited and until it happened. So yes, after resigning, stuff happened, business happened, and business didn't materialize. Things didn't work out the way we planned. So it's good to quit your job and follow your heart's desires. It's good to quit your job and to go into ministry. But you need also to be um, don't quench the Holy Spirit. Don't quench him. Don't leave him. Don't quit on the Holy Spirit. Quit your job. It's okay. Don't quit on the Holy Spirit. If you have never listened to God while you were doing your 9 to 5, now is the time. After leaving your 9 to 5, this is the time when you stay in the closet. If there's 12 hours in a day, I would rather say spend more hours in the closet, spend more hours to listen, spend more hours. I'm not saying stop everything and go back and just be a worshiper and a praise, but do it in such a way. Don't let any tiredness, don't let any busyness of your business or your plans take you away from that closet, because you need guidance from the Holy Spirit when to move, when to stop, when not to do, when not to take a decision. You need that guidance from him. You need to hear him. You need to be sure this is now you speaking to me, Lord. So I'm advising you here to say, it's okay, go and quit. It's okay. But do it. Don't do it without God. Don't quit on the Holy Spirit. Don't quit it. And when you quit your 9 to 5, there's also faith involved. You have faith. You do have that faith when you feel like, I know God will provide. That is faith. That is faith kicking in. You do have that faith. At the same time, the Holy Spirit is needed in this case. I have seen with my own life, I have seen it, and I would like for you not to experience or not to see the flames I've seen. because there's flames that you've seen, and at some point you would think it's the devil who does things. Mm-mm. You have stopped listening to God. You have stopped listening to his voice. Now you are doing your own. You are on your own, your own train. So make that decision, the 9 to 5, the quitting of the 9 to 5. Please get it in the back of your mind. Yes, I can quit my 9 to 5, but I cannot quit the Holy Spirit. We are not perfect and we don't have it all together. We go on this journey learning more of him. We go on this journey, we get more strength day by day as we come back to him, as we involving him. You don't go in and like as of you go and study, and once you are done with your study, now you can go on. You don't need to go and open your books anymore. This is life is not like that. You can go back, you can start or quit your 9 to 5, but you need to step in there and say, I need you, Holy Spirit. I need you. I need you to guide me. I need your ways. I need you to tell me how to go about. And you also need to learn this is the Holy Spirit speaking. Because there's other voices also speaking to us while we have to make big plans. Your business partner has his own voice in your mind. Your partner has his own voice. Even yourself's voice will also speak to you. The devil will also speak to you. You need to know that you need to find ways out to find out that, when is it God speaking to me? And then you do that, whatever decision you have on your mind, and you do it. So I'm saying to you guys, I have seen flames. You don't need to see flames in your quitting or 9 to 5. Don't do that. Ask the Holy Spirit, how do I go about it? Ask him, Holy Spirit, Father, help me. Here I am, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I need to do this. How do we go about it? And you do it step by step. And you don't leave your worship, you don't leave your praise, you don't give it up for no one. It's today that I feel like I'm going to advise you guys about that. I'm going to speak about it because I have seen for this many years, you start something and you leave the Holy Spirit somewhere. It's fine, start with your new journey, but don't close the door on the Holy Spirit. Don't grieve him. You're going to see the results of grieving the Holy Spirit. I've seen it, and I'm back, and I've learned out of my mistake, and I thank God because he's such a faithful God, a, a God full of grace, that we can go look back and say, wow, in all honesty, I didn't do things the way I used to when I was working, when I was still doing my 9 to 5. My hours belong to God. There was not a day, there was not a minute. I was forever like thinking I would do my daily duties at work, but my heart was in him. So guys, this is it. I'm here to advise, and I'm here to hear from you guys. Let us talk about it and see how further can we help each other. Thank you guys.